there's been a public apology by white churches for some of the things that had happened in the past. And I remember hearing that from you. And quite frankly, Jack, you might have shared this with me maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something. And that was the very first time I heard that. Why am I bringing that up? It's because oftentimes we're not doing our due diligence to go find some of this information out. And so we're just kind of taking what has been given to us. We're just taking some sound bites rather than go and do our own research, go and find the truth for ourselves. And we're just repeating what has been said to us. And because that's an important point there. And I think one of the places you're not going to find, because forgiveness doesn't really make sense in the marketplace, right? Because if you think about it, very rarely is there kind of a value or an emphasis placed on forgiveness. But in the church, in fact, that's how we come to Christ. We come in a repentant state. We have to come first and foremost acknowledging the wrongs that we have done. And so, what better group of people that can display what forgiveness looks like than the church? And so, I think the point that you're bringing out is really key. We we acknowledge the sin in racism, and we can call it out, and it's there and it exists. But for us in the church, we don't just stop at just calling out people's sin, but we also have room for forgiveness. And I think that needs to be fleshed out for us some more about forgiveness, whether we acknowledge it, like whether they say something or not. But I think in our discourse of things, we need to give room for that forgiveness piece.